50 Shades of Grey, a movie unlike any other. But this movie came out in 2015, of course it's gonna be terrible. Why are you watching this and doing this to yourself? Because I'm a masochist, okay? And somebody in this episode has to be in pain because, holy crap. Today we're watching 50 Shades of Grey, the movie. For the first time, we're reacting to it. This was asked for by you guys. Hello and welcome back to What's the Safe Word. Today I'm dressed festively, a little more kinkily, because we are going to be watching, reacting, and telling you our opinions on the 50 Shades of Grey, the original movie, the very first one. Daddy will be joining me on this video, and yes, there is a Christmas tree back there. Don't look at it. This was filmed during the holidays. If somehow you've lived under a rock, you've never heard of the movie, it's a complex and passionate BDSM-centered relationship movie between a shy college-age girl and a wealthy businessman with a penchant for dominance and control. Today, the two of us, two kinky sex educators, are going to watch this for the first time and let you know what we think play by play. But neither of us have read any of the books nor seen any of the movies before, so this is our first time watching. So I hope that you have strapped in or on, because this is going to be a very edited down, but live reaction of myself and Daddy watching 50 Shades of Grey for the first time. So without further ado, Kinksters react to 50 Shades of Grey. Hi everybody, welcome on in.
Hi everybody.
Anyway, so we have never seen this movie in full. I'm not expecting it to be spectacular. I'm not expecting it to be great, but I am expecting it to be an interesting look into what people think BDSM is from outside the BDSM community. Though it was a Twilight fanfic that got turned into its own series. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. So 50 Shades of Grey, for all those who didn't know, is a Twilight fanfic.
So this was originally done with werewolves and vampires?
It was with the characters from Twilight. The fanfic author's name is Snow Queen Ice Dragon. Okay. I felt you could get more comfortable for the movie.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, you have popcorn?
I have popcorn.
Why would you get it just for yourself? That seems very selfish.
So get your snacks ready and focus.
Focus.
This movie's boring.
Focus.
I just want to remind everyone that this is a review. I'm going to be giving our perspectives on BDSM and kink as educators, but something that we're doing under fair use. It is transformative to anyone who's watching this who might be a censor, a copyright striker, or someone that works at Universal. And if you get any weird, like, I don't know, videos of me trying to figure out how to use rope, that's just me covering up any footage that we can't show normally. 50 Shades of Grey. Why did they name it that, I wonder?
It is pretty though.
It's very well shot.
Is it all in a gray filter?
It is. Name that city, go. Where is this taking place?
Is that Toronto? No.
Nope.
Is that
Look to the far right. You'll get a huge clue.
Seattle?
Yeah. So the overall story opens with a grim and brooding shot of my personal hometown of Seattle, flashing the main cast of the movie with the leads Dakota Johnson as Madam Anastasia Steele and Jamie Dornan as Christian Grey. Also in the cast, there is...
Ooh, Marcia Gay Harden's in this? I love her.
Marsha!
As this reaction video opens, we also learn that Daddy doesn't really understand what a reaction video is. And so that's why I'm here every once in a while to just keep us on our toes, but also keep us on track.
Can't be that bad. Oh, all those ties look boring. Am I supposed to comment on what I'm seeing?
So, we can comment on stuff as we go, but if you're gonna comment, you can't have a mouthful of food.
Well, then why did you put a bowl of popcorn in front of me?
Anyways, our movie opens with our two protagonists getting side-by-side shots juxtaposing their lives. We have wealthy businessman and hotshot Christian Grey and shy, intelligent college student Anastasia, also known as Anna Steele. And we get those side-by-side shots of them just starting their day as any protagonist would.
Is that like a pro-dom?
A protagonist? Do you really not know what a protagonist is?
They're professional antagonists. They antagonize you.
No. That's an antagonist is the bad person. Oh. The protagonist is the good person.
I thought they were just really good at antagonizing, like you.
I love watching things. I love watching things with you. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. You're about to be the antagonist here. You're about to be the antagonist.
She looks like a farm girl.
Average.
What are you talking about?
She's supposed to look average. Like she's supposed to be like, oh, I'm such a Pollyanna.
Beautiful eyes, though. Little Pollyanna. She looks Pollyanna.
Well, she's supposed to connect with the soccer moms. Is it giving soccer mom?
She's not old enough to be a soccer mom, but sure.
Anyways, the story opens with Anna preparing herself for an interview with someone by the name of Mr. Grey, doing a favor for her roommate Kate, who happens to be very sick.
Oh, she looks a little more plain there.
Know where you're going? Yes, I do have a GPS and a 4.0 GPA.
Are you wearing that?
I love the subtext of like, I'm smart and I'm dressed all quirky and I've got a 4.0, so therefore I can't get lost. Now that to my mom, who had a 4.2, has a smartphone, it's got GPS, and she still doesn't know how to make it work. Also, are you gonna wear that? Wow.
Okay, maybe a little less talking.
Honestly, I like Kate's energy. She can stay. But we immediately get into, right after that, Anna getting to Christian Grey's office and getting right into that meaty interview. Meat-filled, content-filled interview. Meat. It's safe to say their first meeting, Anna's a little head over heels.
Who tripped her?
I think she's supposed to be playing up that like, oh, I'm so clumsy. Yeah, gravity.
There was nothing to trip over.
Christian Grey.
I'm Anastasia Steele.
Wow, that chemistry is just awkward. And clearly Daddy and I aren't feeling it.
As I said, I only have 10 minutes.
Well, the average sexual encounter, according to studies, is actually 13 minutes. So this is not looking good for you, Christian.
Please, have a seat, Miss Steele.
She's so quirky. I love that she immediately sits down and has no idea what to do with herself.
You forgot your pen? Really? You have one job. You have to go around the desk to get it?
What?
Thank you.
Anna, speak up. I can't hear you. And I am boosting the audio currently. I'm literally boosting the audio in this edit. What is she saying? She mumbles so much. We can't hear this girl at all.
You are very young to have amassed such an empire. What do you
To what do I owe my success?
Yep.
From the get-go, this movie just gives so much uncomfy, like cringy, and ooh, these guys have some tension of the sexual variety going on. And I hate it. This is so awkward.
Why are those ships going downhill?
That's what you're. That's what.
It's the odd. Come on.
That's what you're. Of all the things happening in this room.
Well, that and the exploding ball behind her, but whatever. It's fine.
While the balls are exploding, this chemistry isn't.
Key to my success has been in identifying talented individuals.
So you're a control freak?
Oh, I exercise control in all things, Miss Steele.
Take a drink every time he says something cringy in the kink or BDSM way.
I don't want to get drunk.
Because he's giving me bottom energy right now. He's not giving me top energy. And she's giving me...
I don't know what she's giving.
She's giving me a headache. They're trying to get the subtext out of the way.
Got it.
I think. But
because we don't know which one is the sub, so it's hard to figure out the subtext.
Oh my God.
Do you have any interests outside of work?
I enjoy various physical pursuits.
Oh God. Thankfully, the interview is very short, and Anna doesn't ask any polarizing questions.
Are you gay?
Yes. Yes, he is.
What the
Wait, I answer the question, Claire.
I apologize, Mr. Greg.
I apologize, Mr. Gay. Sorry, Gray.
Curious?
Ew.
Ooh, don't
bite
put that pen in your mouth. What is up with this? I'm sucking on a pin. You want my lips, don't you?
What's wrong with that, Daddy? One sexually tense, awkward interview later, Christian steals her interview questions, and the two part ways very casually.
Anastasia.
Christian?
Amp. No, sorry. I wanted to be involved. Do you get the subtle metaphor?
Really, the rain?
She's wet. Again, this movie likes to just beat you over the head with dom text. And I only say dom text because there's not a sub in sight. Do you see any? I don't see any. Anna, arriving back home from the interview, gets bombarded by a very ecstatic Kate who says that Christian has already emailed all of the answers to the questions that she had.
You're a goddess. This is perfect. I just got his email. He answered every question.
Essentially making it pointless that Anna even went to the interview.
So, what was he like?
Well, he only lasts 10 minutes. He's not gay. He has some money. Also, I got to chew on his pencil. That was fun.
Very formal.
Billionaire
I
bachelor.
admit, he's ridiculously hot.
He's not
that hot, though, is he? I need to see him without his shirt.
Can I ruin something now? Can I ruin it now?
Okay, fine.
So this man, the guy who plays Christian Grey, went on record saying he felt gross every time he had to film things for this movie and do like behind the scenes understudying of actual BDSM doms. Like he would go to dungeons to do like role play and get into the character and like, you know, go through the paces. And he said that whenever he went home, before he touched any of his family or his son, or like before he touched anyone, he would have to shower and scrub his body very thoroughly
Why?
because he felt gross.
Jesus.
So there's a bit of shame and stigma to this.
Did he feel gross when he's doing this awful dialogue?
Don't get me wrong, I think everyone should shower after hitting a dungeon, but the way that he used this point and talking points during interviews was really odd and just a little kink shamey. Speaking of dialogue, Anna is a well-versed college student by day who loves to chew on pencils, but by night, she happens to work at a hardware store where you can get every single tool needed for doing a good BDSM, which we still haven't seen any of. And it's been, what, 15 minutes of this movie already? And I'm getting bored. Like, I thought there was BDSM in this thing. Where is the BDSM? And why does it feel like Christian Grey is just gonna pop up out of nowhere? Oh my God!
I thought it was you.
What the fuck?
What a pleasant surprise, Miss Steele.
Is it a surprise?
Just Anna.
Or are you just stalking her?
Just Anna.
I was in the area in business. Needed to pick up a few things. Are you free?
I'm working, but
you.
sure.
You stock cable ties?
Those are a personal favorite as well.
Why is there a pile of popcorn on the
Everyone
table?
drops, so I don't have to reach in the bowl.
The bowl is just right here.
This is my pile, that's yours.
Now that we've established Christian Grey is a big old creeper who likes to track down girls he's into, they have some really natural, not weird at all, or awkward small talk about normal things.
Cable ties? Masking tape.
Wait, he wants masking tape?
It's rare to find a connoisseur these days.
Ah, yes, my favorite BDSM tool, masking tape. I wonder what else he needs.
Rope.
Oh my God. Oh wait, that's
See
actually
that?
a nice rope.
See? Told you.
Impressive. Good Girl Scout.
No.
So like, at what point do we call this guy in? I've never worked at a hardware store, but if there's any people that have worked at hardware stores in the comments, when do you report someone for buying tape and I don't know, rope and maybe some zip ties and like plastic bags? I've seen a few movies and television shows where this might be a red flag.
You're the complete serial killer.
Did you ever go to a hardware store to get kink gear?
Yes, all the time.
Because that's the first place that I went with a boyfriend to like get rope.
Yeah, of
and it was
course.
literally the hardware store in the Castro. The rope was not great. We cut it with scissors and then we didn't even tape the ends. And so they started unraveling, of course. Don't get stuff from a hardware store unless that's your only
What are you
thing.
talking about? That was not the hardware store's fault. That was your fault. You
I'm
didn't
just
do
saying,
the ends.
get good rope from an actual sex shop.
You can get
that-
good rope at hardware stores. Trust. Home Depot has some really good rope.
Okay.
I like Home Depot rope.
Okay.
Anything else?
What would you recommend?
I mean, you could get a ball gag, some safety shears, maybe like a leather hood, some play sheets.
Maybe coveralls, so you protect your clothes?
Could just take all my clothes off.
Yeah.
No clothes. I mean, no coveralls.
Okay. Would you like to have some rope on? No clothes, no coveralls. I love clothes when they're off. Okay. My name's Anna. Hi. It's just Anna. Anna. Not
Anastasia.
Not Annie. Annie, are you okay? Just Anna. It's clear that Christian is showing interest, but as her paths cross over and over again, Anna is intrigued but clearly put off by some of the weird idiosyncrasies that Christian shows. Still, against her better judgment, Anna helps with the corresponding photo shoot for the interview that she did earlier in the video.
So is he your boyfriend?
Who?
The photographer.
Jose?
Some might even say, no way, Jose.
This is the slowest movie. This is worse than Game of Thrones. Where's the S&M?
Yeah, like Game of Thrones, the S&M might take a minute, but there will be lots of trauma involved, I think. And also a many number of tests, the first of which is Christian just subtly testing to see how submissive Anna might be. Anna putting it as...
I find you intimidating.
Is he intimidating or are you intimidated?
Either.
and
I'm
demanding.
used to getting my own way.
That must get very boring.
Red flag. But the biggest red flag of all is Christian Grey's untreated trauma around things like romance.
You?
Am I a romantic? Well, I study English lit, so I kind of have to be.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry. I can't
What?
He just walked away?
do the girlfriend thing.
What is that?
Oh, please.
Oh, come on.
You saved me from a bike.
You should steer clear of me.
Well,
I have to let you go.
Goodbye, Mr. Gray.
You have all of a coffee. It cannot be that. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Gray.
It has been 20 minutes. This man has not only stalked her, has ghosted her, has rejected her without even having a conversation.
He had me
about
at duct tape.
been sexually forward with her, and then he's gonna be like, I'm not interested. And beyond that red flag around romance, one of the biggest things that I find odd is that they don't allow BDSM and romance to coexist within the 50 Shades franchise, let alone unpacking any BDSM at all. We're still like 20 minutes in and I haven't seen a single whip, a flogger. We did see some rope, but like BDSM doesn't need to include sex, let alone romance, but it can include both or none at all. You know, BDSM can just be like extracurricular, like almost like a workout. Some people get flogged because it feels like a massage. Other people get into puppy play because it's rolling around, wrestling, and it's a fun exercise they get to do with other people. But the movie tends to steer clear of any sort of communication of that variety because it's just more fun to have awkward silences, very hard to hear dialogue, and drama. And since the Christian mingling didn't work out, the girls plan a night out on the town for some drinks.
That's the cab.
There he is. Is that what you're wearing?
Are you wearing that?
Kate and Daddy's shady fashion sense aside, Anna goes out for some drinks and probably does one of the very first realistic things that I've seen in this movie, and the one thing that Dula Peep says you're not supposed to do.
Don't pick up the phone.
When did she get his number?
How old is this phone? Don't call him.
Daddy, have you ever called him? I don't
even know his number.
Don't pick up the phone.
This experience where you get a little tipsy and you call someone. Have you ever done that?
No.
Never?
No.
Really?
Really?
Texted.
I've drunk texted before, but I don't call. I wouldn't because I
Texting
know.
is the new calling, and losing is the new winning, and topping is the new bottoming.
Anastasia.
Yeah, this is me.
Anastasia, have you been drinking?
So what if she has?
Mr. Fancy Pants.
What do you think Mr. Fancy Pants does? We've never seen this movie. But
Oh,
what do
he's
you
going to
think?
go to the club.
He's about to go pick her up.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he's a controlling little asshole.
No, he's into water sports. This turns him on.
You hit the hell on the Ned. Nail.
Listen to me.
Stay away from me, Anna.
I'm on her
I
side.
want you. Get away.
Come here.
Go away.
Why does this feel like it's going to happen the entire movie? I mean, she already has her own red flag drinking game. As we can see here, she's having a good time. But like every time you see a red flag, take a drink.
Which bar? What's it called?
I don't know. I gotta go though.
Oh, star 69.
Don't pick up the phone.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Where you are, I'm coming to get you.
What?
Have you ever tried to tell a rat to do something?
Yes, I talk to you all the time.
You know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning.
I hate those moments. You know, those awkward moments where you're in a hotel and you're not on today's sponsor, Helix Sleep. You know, the mattress company that has the Helix Sleep quiz, which is, it's a quiz you can take by yourself or with a partner to find a mattress that is perfect for you. You tell them your name, your age, your height and weight, as well as preferred sleeping position. I'm personally more of a back and side sleeper, and I like a medium to firm mattress. And maybe you were destroyed by COVID entirely and you just have aches and pains in the morning. You can even include that information. Based on my results, Helix matched not only myself, but also Daddy with the Dusk Luxe, which we've had for over 3 years now, and both of us independently have been sleeping like rocks. When I'm not sleeping in my bed, I do not sleep well. And when it comes to sex, Helix also does great there as well, because they're also getting awards for the best mattresses for sex. With a hybrid combination of foam and springs, you will sleep wonderfully. And hey, maybe you want to do some BDSM. Mr. Gray, this bed is perfect for you. Unlike other brands, Helix mattresses do not contain fiberglass, which can be harmful to your health. And the Helix lineup offers 20 unique mattresses, including award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collections, the Helix Plus, which is a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, and even Helix Kid mattresses, which are designed for growing bodies and endorsed by sleep and medical experts. The best part though is Helix Sleep delivers directly to your door with free shipping in the US, and it comes rolled up in a lovely little box. And the vacuum-packed mattress that it comes with is probably my favorite part to open. And when you open it, you get the patented daddy sound. If you guys like me are very nervous to buy things online, you'll also be very happy to hear that Helix has a 100-night sleep trial. so you get more than 3 months to make sure you love it. Plus, Helix has a 10-year warranty on your mattress, and they even offer financing options and flexible payment plans. We love our Helix mattress and think you will too, so check them out at helixsleep.com/watt for 25% off and 2 free pillows on us, or a free bedding bundle with your Luxe and Elite mattress for this end of the year sale happening now for a limited time.
Eat me, drink me.
Also, the metaphors are so not subtle in this. She's about to go down the rabbit hole. You get it? Like the subtext is slapping you in the face and it's not with consent.
This is the longest foreplay on the planet.
Did you put me to bed? You undressed me?
I didn't have much choice.
I didn't have much choice. Yeah, you did.
Did we? We didn't.
Necrophilia is not my thing.
Wow. What is your thing?
First off, she wasn't dead, so it wouldn't have been necrophilia. It would have been somnophilia, which is the sleeping beauty kink, technically. Even then, I wouldn't trust Christian I wouldn't trust him as a dom if he doesn't know the difference between someone that's sleeping and someone that's dead. That's a major risk-aware problem. That, and we are literally a third through the movie, and we have seen absolutely no skin, nothing sexual, nothing at all.
Oh.
If you were mine, you wouldn't be able to sit down for a week.
Oh.
What?
I'm not gonna touch you. Not until I have your written consent.
Written? Wow. But do they have sex? Do they ever have sex?
I don't know.
Oh, God, it takes forever. Why is nobody ready?
I mean, I'm supportive of the informed consent that's happening. I'm not supporting the way he's controlling her already. Oh,
see? He doesn't care about family.
HR? Hey,
Why did she put her hands above her head?
Do we have a file for them? And it was at this point, Daddy and I were not only feeling as blue-balled, led along, and edged and confused as Anna was, but it's no surprise when Christian comes back in and starts love bombing with gifts to get their on again, off again back on track. Complete, of course, with an Ellie Goulding montage in the background. Thankfully, at about 40 minutes in, Anna gets to see Christian's home, and the pacing of the movie picks up just a little bit, getting a bit sexier as well. 40 minutes in. 40 minutes of slow, unsexy, awkward, disgustingly bad lack of BDSM talk. Oh, this bitch has his own elevator to get to his apartment. You know he's rich.
Well, he's a billionaire. That's been established. He's rich. That's public record.
He has a room
it's
in
public
the very
record.
front with nothing in it. Look at that room. It's empty.
Why do rich people have big rooms with one chair?
That's actually for the cuck chair, which I wish they were using because we are quite a bit of a ways into this movie and there is no BDSM. And that's probably because she hasn't signed an NDA yet, which is totally normal. Very normal. It's a thing that so many people. That's not normal. No one does that. I mean, like contracts are a thing. We'll get to that, but like NDA? This movie is so relatable.
What's this?
It's a non-disclosure agreement. It means that you cannot discuss anything about us with anyone.
How pretentious can you get? Oh, Jesus.
I'm afraid my lawyer insists on it.
That tracks.
I'd never talk to anyone about us anyway.
So then sign it.
She already did.
Oh, God. At least glance at it.
Literally read nothing.
No, she read
At all.
nothing.
Are you gonna make love to me now?
Oh, I signed the contract.
First,
I don't make love because I'm not a nice guy.
I fuck.
Yeah.
Red flag.
No, I kind of like that one.
Red flag. Red flag.
I'm into it.
Hard.
Hard.
And the second thing.
Oh, if this isn't like a full-on dungeon, I would be very happy right now.
My playroom.
Like your Xbox and stuff?
Yeah, Anna, this is my Nintendo Switch. I've got Fortnite on here. If you want to play some games,
Top
yeah.
and verse?
Yeah, I'm a Switch. I'm screaming without the S.
I'm dying to know what his dungeon looks like.
I'm picturing like white walls, really boring white walls.
No gray walls. It's got to be like a shade of gray.
Okay, you think it's be gray?
Yeah.
I think white walls. He bought that red rope earlier, so it's gonna be like clashing red and white probably. And looking at the rest of his decor, it's all gold. It's gonna be so tacky. I called it on the red, but was not expecting that much.
I'm not mad.
I'm not
about
mad at it either.
It's a little Victorian. Ooh, look at those handcuffs.
Actually, it looks like it's a padded red velvet room. It's very pretty.
Maybe he has horses.
No, he has dogs, clearly. A
lot of dogs.
Those leashes.
Yep.
He's got tons of dogs in that house, I bet.
What
I
is
don't
that
like the
middle
green.
rack? I don't like the middle rack. What is the green chair?
The middle rack is all whips and like little crops, it looks like. Little crops.
It looks like samurai swords.
Well, and then a nice, oh, the couch is cute.
I like the couch.
Couch is cute. And I do like the general overall ambiance. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Mm-hmm. What would you say?
I mean, I wouldn't turn running. It looks straight, but I wouldn't run. But does he know how to use it? It just looks like art.
It's called a flogger. See, and you know he's not gay because look how it's decorated.
You're a sadist?
I'm a dominant.
What does that mean?
It means I want you to willingly surrender yourself to me.
Why would I do that?
Good question, actually.
Because it's fun.
How?
I have rules. If you follow them, I'll reward you. If you don't, I'll punish you.
Like you'd use this stuff on me?
Yes,
No, that's the reward.
What would I get out of this?
me.
See, wrong answer. That was a red flag. You should do it because you enjoy it as well.
So honestly, I'm on Anna's side here with the confusion, the hesitation. Like the very first time when you do any sort of kink is going to be overwhelming. You should know what you're getting into. There should be a lot more information given. While yes, the whisking away and a private helicopter and lavish meals and nice gifts that you didn't ask for, but were kind of thrust upon you to prove that, you know, certain people in your dynamic have more power over you. I just wish there was a lot more informed consent happening. And you certainly shouldn't be doing that dynamic to try to change a sub who you want to be into BDSM or date a dom just because you want to appear to. It looks like she's trying to fix him, and you can't fix him, nor should you try to fix him. That's not your job. That's for therapy to help unpack. And boy, does he need some therapy. And within all of this, Christian offers Anna a place to stay within his very large and lavish apartment, a place of her own that proves he wants to take care of her, but at what cost?
Oh, you have to live with him to do this? That's a very heavy commitment for a coffee date.
Just take a sip from that red flag. They've known each other not even a week.
I already have a contract prepared. It's fairly detailed. You would review it, and we would negotiate what you are and are not willing to try.
How could I know what I'd be willing to try?
Well, when you've had sex, was there anything that you didn't like doing?
It's an unfair question to say, when you had vanilla sex, what didn't you like? Because in our BDSM sex, I won't do that to you. Has she ever thought to ask him, is he gay?
Are you gay?
At least he's upfront.
If you mean upfront as in like controlling,
Well,
pulling in out of nowhere.
He said,
stalking,
this is who I am.
her a really
You're
nice
not for
first
me.
class
Run.
edition.
He basically said run.
Kidnapping her. He's a little, he comes on a little strong. He comes on just a tad, just
He
a little
comes
strong.
off a little, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Whap. Yeah, because it's a bullshit question. She hasn't tried anything.
Because I haven't.
What? Can you speak up?
Yeah, he keeps giving her now. There's a helicopter upstairs. You don't like this deal, girl? Bye.
You know what? That's considerate. Most of my flings won't even offer an Uber.
I never got a helicopter. That was never an option.
We are almost halfway through the movie. No sex yet.
Oh my god.
Because I haven't.
Oh my god. You're still a virgin?
You've done other things, right?
No.
What? I didn't know that. This movie's about a virgin that's getting into BDSM too, and I've never known that. I'm not mad at
anger
her
at her
virginity.
virginity.
Oh, he's mad.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm more so surprised.
Now a warning?
Hey, you have popcorn on your arm.
You have popcorn.
I
Can't reach it. Oh my god, it's just out of reach.
I don't find people that are virgins super attractive to me, especially when I'm looking for a BDSM dynamic. It's a very interesting thing for Christian to essentially become infatuated with.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. Oh.
What are you doing?
Rectifying the situation.
I'm a situation.
That is the first line in this I agree with. That is the very first line.
You're something. Rectifying.
Rectify
He's gonna-
something. Oh, sex! Sex! Demonetized! Can't show any of this. Finally, after an hour of excruciating back and forth and slow dialogue, we finally get some sex. And the worst part, it's not even kink. And respectfully, that's because she's a virgin. Dude, that's a moment for that. It just feels weird. I mean, he's come out as a billionaire, a stalker, also someone into BDSM before she's even come out and said that she has never even had sex before. But that's fine, and they have tons more sensual sex within that first day or two where she's staying with Christian at his apartment. And while Christian's made it very clear that romance is off the table, they do a lot of coupley romantic sorts of gestures and activities, like cooking and cuddling, taking baths together. It feels very coupley. I'm so confused. Didn't he just say that he doesn't do any of this? He says, I don't do this. This movie is just one long, I can fix him, right? But even though he's breaking his own rules, which he has dictated and talked about multiple times at this point, and not being reprimanded because he's the Dom and Doms get to make up their own rules, he does at least tie everything together with a slight, tiny little bit of BDSM with the tie that we saw at the very beginning of the movie. A little bit of foreshadowing finally paid off.
Oh, put her in a tie. Oh, no, tie her up. Good idea. See, so he's introducing her to bondage slowly. I get this. Yeah.
He already bought rope. Why doesn't he just use the rope? That's my question.
Okay, you're being too harsh. This is a good idea.
You want me to be harsh? Knots done with silk ties like that can slip very easily and are not the best, actually.
He's introducing, he's making it go slowly.
Though on the flip side, to the credit of the movie, Christian did recalibrate when he found out that Anna was a virgin. He kind of slowed it down. He definitely did a lot more sensual play and gave her a little bit of the boyfriend dynamic that she was looking for. Unfortunately for Anna, the boyfriend dynamic also comes with a hovering mom dynamic as they get an unexpected visitor.
He never sleeps in.
It's my mother.
Uh-oh.
Oh, please.
Get dressed.
Ah, dear God.
Mother, Anastasia Steele. Anna, meet my mother, Dr. Grace Trevelyan-Gray.
I don't know if I'm liking the vibes in the room currently. If you thought the romantic trauma was a problem,
Calling before dropping by?
Oh, to have your henchmen give you the runaround? No, thank you.
we learn here that Christian's mother, much like him, is a huge control freak, not taking no for an answer, not announcing when she's going to come visit. And as someone whose parents came to visit when I was getting down and dirty with my own partner in the kink variety, and they just showed up at my place and knocked on the door and they hadn't told me that they were coming over. Woo!
And I'm having the whole family for dinner next week at my house. You must come.
That was such a weird interaction. What the fuck was that? These two have only been dating for a few days, and already she's been stalked, introduced to his dungeon. He's already taken her virginity and is now invited to a family dinner. As we were watching it, the really interesting parts for me were the heavy-handed metaphors. For instance, when she walks into this bedroom that Christian offers her, there's just this bird in a cage and the cage door is open and we're not sure if she wants to stay, if she wants to go. But she quite literally reflects upon her relationship as she looks into a mirror and is discussing their dynamic with Christian.
She's never seen me with a woman before.
But he's not gay.
How many women have stayed in here?
You would be the first.
15.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Okay.
It's a lot of women.
If you want out.
I'm not exactly jumping at the opportunity to get whipped and tortured in your red room of pain.
Your red room of pain. That's actually not a bad title for it.
What's your dungeon title?
I would be the messy room of
No,
pain.
yours should be the cigar room
Cigar lounge
of pain.
Yeah. The lounge of pain.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that. We'll work on the title.
Okay.
We'll work on it.
Would we still go out to dinner and movies and...
That's not really my thing.
This is probably the first real down-to-earth conversation they've had about their relationship, but as Christian continues to stonewall the romance, it gets really uncomfy. Anna clearly is not down for the dynamic.
We slept in the same bed last night.
Yeah, but sometimes not even normal people will do that.
Like normal people.
And that subtle sex-shamey jab that you just did feels like you're lashing out because you're not getting your way, and I feel like maybe if everybody in the room just communicated a little bit about their wants and needs, we would probably make some progress. Yeah, this feels like a therapy session. Here, let me get, okay, so, why? Anna, stop chewing on my pens.
Why?
You can tell Anna's confused, but you can also tell that Christian knows what he wants and is very clear about no, and this is not why I'm pursuing you.
You're gonna want your own room.
Why? Because I'll be your sex slave? You know what? I think I'll hold on to my free will a little while longer. Thank you.
I don't understand what dynamic they're trying to build with this the plot.
She wants to be with him, but not the way he wants to be with her.
But like all the things that they're saying, it's very much like it feels like so forced. Even Be my submissive.
Be my
I don't
submissive.
believe a thing he's saying.
Be my submissive.
He doesn't emote, and I think that's what's bugging me. On top of, for a sex positive movie that's really sexy and ooh, BDSM sex positive, there's a lot of sex shamey side comments that really feel like a jab to any kinksters that might be watching.
I would like to go home. Can I go home?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, the helicopter's actually in the shop. Ellie Goulding did a number on it. But I think Christian has a few cars.
Which one's yours?
All of them. I don't know about you, but when the vibe changes in such a negative way like that and somebody says, I'd like to go home, especially after I've kidnapped them, I would probably take them home. So of course, in classic Christian fashion, he drives her out into the middle of the woods to talk about his traumatic history with one of his mother's friends who put him in a dom-sub relationship while he was still underage.
How did you start doing this?
One of my mother's friends. I was 15.
Oh.
I was her submissive for 6 years.
Seriously?
No one in my family knows about this part of me.
Why are we romanticizing underage kink? I'm really having a hard time finding the positive message of BDSM and the sex positivity in this movie when we're talking about abuse. And are we watching the same movie?
She introduced you to all this? Mrs. Robinson?
Mrs. Robbins. I'll tell her you said that. She'll love it.
You still talk to her?
On occasion. We're friends.
You know what exists? Therapy. This guy's got a lot to unpack.
I find myself sympathizing with him sometimes because he's into this kink and fetish, right? But what I don't understand is why he's trying to talk somebody who's not also into it. That's where this disconnect is.
Yeah, because clearly he enjoyed it enough to stay around. Like it sounds like he was enjoying it to begin with. He literally just said he did.
It's like, this is too much work. You're trying to make someone like it.
And all because she tripped into your room and then you asked for a pen and then like that. There was no spark there for me. I was not reading chemistry when those two started talking at the beginning of the movie.
No.
I've never taken anyone in the helicopter.
Okay. Now he's lost me again.
I've never slept next to anyone. Only you.
Therapy. Real question.
Yeah.
Some man, you are of a younger age. Clearly, you're not as young as she is, but let's say you were, you know, some old daddy comes along that has millions of dollars, very well off, isn't a catfish, and actually returns texts and calls at a timely manner. That's like a full, knocked out of the park. But then he has all these red flags as well. Would you go for it?
Well, I'm into BDSM, so absolutely. That's an easy sell right there. I'm like, awesome. I get my own room. I don't have to sleep with you. We get to share the money. Yeah, let's do this. I'm in.
I think that there's still a few too many red flags with this man. I'm not saying it would be the worst thing, but like still, even.
But if I was vanilla
Jesus Christ.
and somebody was trying to convince me to do that, no.
Not convince, control you to do that, like literally. But then
He's
breaking his own rules. It's weird.
That's what love will do.
Is this love? I don't know if this is love. It was at this point in the movie we asked ourselves, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me.
Something's wrong with the CD! What the hell is going on?
This movie already hurts too much. Thankfully, before the Anna alert gets put out of a woman being kidnapped by a rich billionaire, he leaves her with one last thing to think about. The contract. The contract.
This is the contract. Email me if you have any questions.
Hey Christian, I have a question. Why did you have that readily available in your glove compartment box? There's no way that you've had time to put this together specifically for Anna and also put it in one of your many, many cars. Do you just have one of those in all of your cars for when you take a girl home, or but she doesn't have a working computer? Earlier in the movie, she said she didn't have a working computer. So how is she going to email?
Okay, you're all set.
He bought her a fucking computer.
Hold on, do you have the right apartment?
I mean, he has a helicopter. He can afford a computer.
Now, contracts in BDSM are not as common as this movie might make you think. I'm not saying that they don't exist because Daddy actually has a contract with his dom. But whenever I've talked about 50 Shades of Grey, people will reference the dynamic of the contract that gets put together, as well as a very sexy scene that's coming up shortly. Spoilers. And we've even done videos with some lawyer friends on BDSM and how that all works. But it's an interesting conversation. And one of the things that came from this movie that I think I will never be able to escape. People are always intrigued and titillated by how many people in BDSM have contracts.
The following are the terms of a binding contract between the dominant and the submissive.
The submissive will not drink to excess, smoke or take recreational drugs, or put her person at any unnecessary risk. The submissive agrees to procure oral contraception from a physician of the dominant's choosing.
Wait, what's oral contraception? What? Wait, what?
A birth control pill, probably? Like the pill.
Oh, okay. Got it.
What did you think?
I thought it was like a mouth condom. Contraception for the mouth. It's oral contraception.
I mean, let's be honest. The terminology oral contraception, like it's true. It's actually correct.
She's gonna choke on that.
Appendix 4.
Not Appendix 4.
The submissive will obey any instruction given by the dominant.
Is this doing it for you? Like as far as contracts go? I mean,
I have a contract, so yeah.
Did you get it notarized?
No, I like having a set list of rules.
Yeah, I get that.
But I also like there to be little caveats of outs, like if this is too much or stop the scene.
While a little dry, these back and forths talking about the dreaded contract, and this is a major plot point of this movie, for a non-kinky audience raises a lot of interesting questions and also gets people talking about dynamics, negotiating, and how they should talk about sex within their own lives. This is a positive takeaway from this movie, if I had to find one so far in the first, I don't know, hour that we've seen here. And it's something that you don't see in pop culture a lot, which is negotiating sex. Usually in movies and television, you just go from, ooh, I see you from across the bar, to sex immediately. And then something bad happens and drama, and then breakup, and then, oh my God, we get back together and sex. At least there are these moments of stretching in which we see the awkward and informal, but also, I guess in this case, very formal because it's about a contract, discussions of BDSM in the wild. And I really like this scene because it shows the one side of Anna trying to graduate from college, trying to get her life together, the everydays that go on outside of a sexy bedroom time. But then also Christian being a little controlling, checking in and wanting to know what the contract means for them and if she has any questions.
The safe word yellow will be used to bring to the attention of the dominant that the submissive is close to her limit. When the safe word red is spoken, the dominant action will cease completely and immediately.
The kind of safe word.
Does the submissive consent to being restrained with hands bound in front? Does the submissive consent to being blindfolded?
Why does the contract now have questions in it? Wait, that's not how contracts work. You don't put questions in the contract. Does the submissive?
It's very odd. Also, how long is it taking her to read this contract?
A long time, because she keeps getting distracted.
It's
been 84 years.
And they make it a nice build up to the actual contract scene that, again, spoilers. I'm teasing, I'm edging. See, you don't like that, do you? This entire movie has been, I had to watch, there's like twice as much content that So Anna has had what we can only assume is about a week's time within the movie to decide if she wants to go forward with this contract. And so color me surprised when she finally responds to Christian and tells him,
It was nice knowing you.
Oh.
Wow.
Did she just break up with him?
I think so.
Thank God. Okay. Is the movie over?
This is like okay.
Christian.
It's been nice knowing me, has it?
That was kind of rude.
It was.
Yeah.
But
let me remind you how nice.
Oh God. You're gonna do vanilla sex again just to prove that you're desirable?
Is this what you want?
No, that's what you want. Oh, no, she went, okay, so many mixed messages.
Where did the tie come from? Where did the tie come from?
Did he tie it to the bed this time?
Yeah, but also she could untie it. The knot's right there. See, and this is why all the soccer moms were going crazy during this movie. No, not the sex.
There's that oral contraception.
Come on, show us at least a little bit of the length.
Where's the lube? Okay, I'm in. I'll sign your contract.
That was really nice.
That was only her second time getting ever, was it not?
Yeah. So she likes a little hanky-panky. That's fine. So just go slow, dude. Don't make her sign the BDSM contract. This is so weird.
You're not staying?
No, because you're rude.
I told you. I don't sleep with anyone.
Can we negotiate?
I have some issues with the paperwork. That's right.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Shall we discuss over dinner tonight?
Oh, you're him on her? Okay.
Yeah.
As this is a contract, I like to have a business meeting.
Fine. I'll wear a suit.
I'll be wearing a burlap sack.
Oh.
Wait, how's that hot? Wait, what?
Just throw your jacket at him.
Oh, that's a hell of a sack, Miss Steele.
Wait. Did he just say she had a nice sack?
I didn't catch that one.
And this is the scene where Anna finally talks about the issues that she actually has with the contract. It's sexy, it's titillating, it's well lit, and it's probably the most intimate part of the movie, besides the actual sex.
Oh my God, turn the lights on. How are you gonna read that? Oh, she brought a pen this time.
Impressive.
I've done this before.
Page 1.
God.
Honestly, if anybody went through the pomp and circumcision of doing this kind of negotiating scene, complete with lighting and seats and formal letters and nice pens that you've probably chewed a little bit on but have, Christian Grey's name on them. Give me that paper. Just
Shall submit to any sexual activity demanded by the dominant and shall do so without hesitation or argument.
Oh. There are parts here where the two are feeling out their dynamics, having fun, but also coming to terms with what they might be getting engaged in.
Appendix 3, soft limits. Fine. Strike it out.
You can tell that one really hurt him.
I love that Sting was even in there.
Fine.
I'm a virgin, but please fist me.
Just remember, y'all, all your moms watch this movie.
Oh my God.
Your moms know about it. It's only a matter of time until they learn about poppers. Look out.
Yeah, was she saying she wanted it in, or no? She said strike
She
it
said
out.
strike it out. Yeah.
Why is that a soft limit?
Yeah.
By the way?
Wait.
Why is that not a hard limit?
Yeah, no offense, but fisting is more varsity, and you generally don't put that on the soft side.
Especially
of the
for
limits.
a virgin.
First timer here, okay? Be kind to the newcomers to the scene. Jesus Christ.
You sure?
Yep.
Same page. Is the use of sex toys acceptable to the submissive? Vibrators okay? Dildos fine. What are butt plugs?
She knew what the other ones were. And does she not have Google?
Come on.
It kind of self-explanatory.
Come on.
Like literally 2 words, butt plug. What do you think it means?
Come on. But our other favorite part here is like how nonchalant his other staff are when they can clearly hear what's being said and what they're talking about. I'm sorry, could you go over line 5 again? Read that word again with the ladies in the room.
Butt plug.
You must go through quite a few non-disclosure agreements.
My staff know only what I choose to tell them.
HR, I think we got another violation on our hands over here. Oh, Christian's HR as well. Oh, that explains a lot.
How do you know what fisting is, but not a butt plug?
I know.
Edge acceptable to the submissive. I'm good with rope. What's other?
Cable ties?
Some of the cringe moments of the compromising aside, I think that this is a really healthy showing of how people can talk about their wills, their wants, their won'ts, and come to terms that maybe you won't get 100% of what you're looking for from somebody. You do have to settle sometimes to have what appears to be the perfect relationship, when in fact, it's a relationship of compromise, of working together, of getting spanked every once in a while, but then hopefully going on a date here or there. Because even Mr. No Romance Ew Trauma does open up a little bit in this scene and compromise quite a bit.
I'm gonna throw any sweetener.
Not a sign-on bonus.
Yeah.
On a night of your choosing, we go on a date. Just like a regular couple. Dinner, movie.
But it would appear that it was smooth sailing ahead with the papers signed, sealed, and delivered and agreed upon. He hasn't signed it yet? Well, why'd they do the little... We find out later that this doesn't count as, I guess, sealing the papers and signing them. But apparently that doesn't matter to Christian because
I would like to fuck you into the middle of next week.
who says romance is dead?
Help you out of that little dress of yours.
Yes.
And I'd be pleased to discover that you're naked underneath.
Hey, does Christian know how clothing work? Like, most people are naked under their, I realize there's a lot of holes in my shirt, but I am naked.
Right here?
Jeez, don't play coy. Okay, see, this is flirting. They finally are flirting.
This is the best flirting.
This is the best flirting they've had yet.
I'm getting a little titillated by the way he's actually kind of smirking.
You mean right here? Yeah, this hard table? This one? Yeah,
No.
You want it?
Right here.
And I want to take your clothes off, and hopefully you'll be naked underneath that.
And no one else is naked under their clothes, actually.
No.
Yeah, not at all. This is the first believable moment I've seen so far.
And look, he's got a little smile.
Thank you for the meeting, Mr. Gray.
Ooh!
Leave him wanting more. Make him do 2 dates.
I'm not sure if I liked how that ended or not. I commend her for that move. That did.
But she is a little bit of a tease.
A little?
Yeah.
He bought her a computer. Yeah. He's gone on all these dates. He's like,
yeah, but he's a billionaire.
Eccentric.
Fine, he should.
I that is the only moment so far that I've actually enjoyed the chemistry of them. And then she ruined it by not wanting to be into it.
She's making him want more.
I guess.
You sure I can't persuade you to stay?
Honestly, for once, we were on Christian's side with this reaction because it feels like a lot of good was happening. And then she just leaves out of nowhere. It almost feels like she's saying goodbye.
Why do I think you're telling me goodbye?
Because I'm leaving.
Oh,
wow.
This is a funny moment in the film where Anna finally has some control because what the heck? She didn't sign the paperwork. Like, for a businessman, Christian, you didn't seal the deal. You didn't get the signature right then and there. That's on you. That's bad business. But more time passes and Anna finally gets to her graduation, and wouldn't you know it, but she's still not done with that guy who wants her to sign that contract because the keynote speaker at her graduation just happens to be.
Please join me in welcoming
God.
Christian Gray.
Oh, of course.
He is so hot. I heard he's gay.
Shut up. That's so mean. Why does it just feel so low-key homophobic every time she makes that joke? In classic 50 Shades timing, Christian, as he's shaking her hand, makes this moment all about him as well.
Congratulations. You should be very proud. Do you have your answer yet?
Still thinking.
But I think the most surprising part, she says yes.
Okay.
What?
I hate it. Oh, my little awkward chuckle. Though speaking of surprises, Christian's also got another one of those on the night of her graduation, right after they're done celebrating. He really knows how to choose a moment.
That's cute. Doesn't really seem like your style.
Did he buy her a car? Oh my God. Red flag.
No, red car.
Oh my God. Christian, that's a car.
This is called love bombing and it's toxic. God, this movie is so pretentious. It just makes me want to wait for it.
Did you just roll your eyes at me?
What? Oh no. What are you gonna do about it? Is what I would normally say to a dom that I wanted to play with, but girl, not with him.
Take her over your knees.
No, that's a boundary. This is love bombing, which is a toxic way someone tries to get your attention, and you need to be able to notice that, because if people start love bombing and then they ghost you, oh, that is traumatic. It's actually kind of funny that Daddy even insists that he should put her over his knee. Well, because
Do you know why I'm doing this?
Because you rolled her eyes.
I'm trying to watch this part and be like, in college, I had my own personal like little Honda Civic, you know, my little beep beep that I love, that I took care of. Yes, it was a piece of crap, but it was my piece of crap. If somebody came out of nowhere that I had been dating for all of a week or two, sold my car, and rather than have a conversation about boundaries, and even if they were going to go out of their way to buy me a car, which is very kind, I would be mad. I would be pretty upset. And so rather than have that conversation, to decide to reprimand me instead, a grown human, a grown adult, and give me a spanking? Huh?
Because you rolled her eyes.
And is that polite?
No.
Excuse me?
Sir.
No, sir.
How does he hear
that? Wasn't in the contract. He never said to say sir. Why? How does she know to do that? Brat energy. Finally, it's the first dominant thing I've seen. 3 spanks, that's it?
Not bad. She's getting her feet wet. It was safe to say Daddy was not impressed.
I have a few things at the office that require my attention. You okay?
Ooh, aftercare. This relationship's gonna last forever.
I will say that's the one thing I'm really lacking here is proper aftercare that feels emotionally driven.
They haven't done anything yet. How can there be aftercare?
He's already whisked her away.
He patted her on the butt 3 times. That's it.
And
They've done actually no BDSM except tie her hands with a little silk tie.
She graduated.
That anyone could do.
I need aftercare for this movie. Just don't plan on Christian giving you that aftercare because he had to head back to work at the odd hours of the night and very out of nowhere.
Hi, Mama.
Anastasia, what's going on? I've left you 2 messages this week.
Why is she crying?
Anna?
He's really rich and wants to beat me.
Nothing. I'm fine.
Is he not making you happy?
What kind of what kind of
They
conversation
really
is
jumped
happening?
deep into that one, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Listen, honey, if you need a break.
Oh, now she's gonna be there for her? Can't go to your graduation, but
It's for a day or 2. I have air miles and we could talk and have.
oh, now she's gonna go.
Not air miles.
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, darling.
I gotta go.
I don't understand the dynamic or just what they were trying to portray there.
Bad side of BDSM was you get hit and left.
She got spanked 3 times.
Yeah.
And he left because he says he doesn't sleep around. And he doesn't.
Like he's been upfront, but I mean that's not normal, acceptable societal behavior. So
unless you're into
she should be
BDSM.
crying.
Personally, I feel like the call from Anastasia's mom is meant like a grounding rod. And it's one of the more real moments to me when it comes to BDSM, especially for new players. Because some people get really, really in depth with the BDSM realm when they first find it, to the point where they're trying to figure out who they are. And that's not a bad thing, to give yourself that space, to give yourself that time. But she's only had a week. So this is a traumatic experience that now she is having, because she's being torn between desires and sex and this new dynamic and relationship she might like. But then she's also reminded in that moment of her family, her friends, her mom. And it's very emotional and sad in a lot of ways. That also doesn't stop Anna from seeing Christian a few days later and visiting him in his wonderful, lavish home.
I want to take you to my playroom.
But I haven't signed the contract.
Hold up. She hasn't signed the contract. Still.
But he's explaining it and giving you a little taste, so you'll sign on.
But she hasn't signed the contract. He says he doesn't play unless someone signs a contract. He doesn't sleep around or date people.
No, he didn't say he didn't play. No. He's saying, I'll give you a taste so you know what you're getting into to sign.
That feels coercive.
A sample?
And manipulative.
Do you turn samples down at the grocery store when they're trying to give you
samples
a sample?
at Costco are manipulative. Yes, they want you to buy the things from Costco, and they work very well sometimes. He is Costco giving her a sample of that spinach dip you love so much.
And this is why I come home from Costco with huge boxes of butt plugs.
So they head to the red room, or the dungeon, the pain room, the playroom. What are we calling this again? Also, Anna, get your shoes off. This is a no shoes dungeon. Actually, no, we usually leave our boots on. Are you guys more of a shoes on or shoes off sort of dungeon situation? Is your dungeon padded? Because like padded dungeons are the way to go. As high and fancy as Christian's little pain room is, it looks really uncomfortable. Ow, my bondage hurts. Apologies in advance for us reacting to more straight sex.
Okay, I'm bored.
You have a beautiful body, Anastasia.
Uh-huh.
The one thing I hate about some movies like this is that they always get the real cheap looking gear. So I at least appreciate.
Yeah,
that
no, it looks
nicely
high quality.
shot.
Yeah,
like it's nicely lit, it's nicely shot. There's lots of. It looks sturdy. The gear that they've got in this movie, I will say.
I don't think they got it from Temu, so
thank God.
Yeah.
Hold out your hand.
Question. Can I have a BDSM, please? Just one, two BDSM.
I'm a little teapot. Here is my handle. Here is my spout.
So dumb.
The caressing with a crop.
You see? Less of your fears in your head.
I like that actually, because there's this outward perspective from vanillas at the very least, where they're, BDSM, it's scary, oh God. But most of the time the fear is part of the fun, but it's all up here. If you go into a situation, a scene with lighthearted like fantasies and a good mood, generally you can really get into that. And it is sometimes mind over matter. I've had many a play session where it seemed intimidating, which is part of the fun. But then once I got there, once I felt out the mood, once I was a little less nervous, it was a really, really life-changing scene. The only thing I will call out here is she still looks really hecking nervous. And as they get naked and enter the dungeon, this is where we finally see Christian kind of let loose and show what's behind the curtain. He wants to administer a little bit of pain. And when I say a little bit, I do mean a little. It's it's minimal pain. It's like a few little swats, and that's fine. It's a good entry level. And the rest of the scene unfolds with Anna being tied up, a small flogger being kind of brushed along her. She gets a few little swats, followed by some suspension bondage from the ceiling and a little bit of penetration. That was fun. There's some really cool bondage ties, some really good like suspension cuffs. It was hot, it was heavy, it was sexy. The music was going, they were sweating.
But it took a long time to get here.
Yeah, it took an hour and a half to get here.
Jesus.
I mean, that's a fair point though. Like they're just showing the BDSM with the sex. It's very
well,
much.
They're intertwining the two. They're not separating them.
They're also not showing aftercare. They're also not showing like, hey, can I do this to you? Like she hasn't signed the contract and he's doing the things that are in the contract. So she's technically not consented to
because she's a contract tease. We've all met those contract tees.
Have we? And it's at this part, both myself and Daddy were at wit's end. It wasn't just the bad BDSM, not even the bad chemistry, not even the terrible suspension of disbelief, and I'm not talking about the bondage. You seriously want me to believe that this has all happened within like a week or two's time? Because now she's off to visit the family.
You're here. You're here. Welcome, welcome.
But it's a picturesque family. They're perfect, they're pristine, they're lovely, they're polite, but also ask questions about Anna's family.
Anna, where is your family from?
My stepfather lives in Montesano and my mom's in Georgia.
How nice. Although it's rather humid in Georgia at this time of year.
And I love how the whole family's really invasive, not only with the questions, but Christian is good. Hey, Christian, hey.
Stifling sometimes. Actually, I'm going to visit her tomorrow.
How nice.
Oopsie daisy. Did you see that? Can we get an instant replay, Chuck, please?
How nice.
Ooh, yes. It does in fact look like that was news to Christian and he had no idea that she was taking a trip without him.
This is news to me.
I don't know what she is.
Who wants coffee?
Actually, I promised Anna a tour of the grounds.
Well, I disciplined her for not telling me about leaving to see her mother.
Naturally, this unexpected trip that Christian has no control over causes a bit of a divide.
Palm twitchingly. Wow, okay.
She still has not signed
a little
the contract.
obsessive.
She still hasn't signed the contract.
You're mine, all mine. You can't visit your family? No. There's the red flag. I am drinking.
Oh. Yeah,
that was the biggest red flag. I don't care about the anal plugs and torture. Why can't I sleep in the bed with you?
Me the way I am.
Of course I do.
This has nothing to do with you.
You're trying to change me.
They're trying to change each other, I feel like.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
yeah,
it's
because she
manipulative
wants
in some
him to
ways.
be not this kinky, and he wants to be obsessively dominant, controlling over her everything, and she's not built that way. So here's the other thing. Oh, maybe he's about to explain it. But I've never met a dominant that was so against any physical affection.
I think he's about to explain it.
Okay.
He says, I had a rough
I know,
start.
that's right.
I had a rough start in life. That's all you need to know.
Oh. I stand by what I said.
Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not easy working with someone who's very closed off. Thankfully, Anna is a wonderful listener.
The woman that gave birth to me was a crack addict.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, wait. In before BDSM was a trope for the addict.
All right.
If this gets sex shamey,
it already is. What are you talking about? Gets. Is she awake? Is she
I
listening?
remember certain things. Terrible things.
Therapy.
it's giving people into BDSM are broken energy. And it's made all the better because he tells her all of this information while she's fully asleep and probably comprehended none of it. Didn't even hear you. Anyway, regardless of Christian's wishes, she's still going to go to Georgia. She's going to connect with her mom. She hasn't seen her in a bit, and I'm honestly on her side here.
I'm supposed to be a coach.
Oh, you must have been upgraded. Good morning.
Girl, just enjoy first class.
He's trying to buy her. Christian, as we've learned at this point, though, does not like the answers he's getting. And so he feels that he's losing control. And this is one of his major toxic traits where he continues to try to gain control by doing things that Anna doesn't ask for. Oh, she has not signed your hecking contract. I'm on her side.
Obey the rules for once. Yeah.
When two brats try to have a BDSM relationship. I would say the trip is a good call for Anna. It's not only a way for her to reconnect with her mom, who she hasn't seen in a bit, but it's a way in which she can just reconnect with her past self, but also gives her some space from Christian and makes her miss him a little bit, which is arguably a good thing for their dynamic.
Missing you, wish you were here.
Me too, having dinner with a friend tonight. Ooh, a friend. Yep, you guessed it. At this point, Christian has, for some reason, decided that since he's got some space, he's got some time for Mrs. Robinson. I'm sure this won't cause any issues.
What friend, Mrs. Robinson?
Unfortunately for Anna, even when she tries to connect with Christian positively from afar, there is this dark, looming storm cloud. And definitely not something that'll probably come up in the second and third installments of this series in the form of an old abusive ex of Christian's. So Anna gives him the cold shoulder, and she tries to relax with her mother for the last couple days that she has on her vacation. But in classic Christian fashion, he's up in the club buying drinks for Anna even when she doesn't even know he's there.
Another Cosmo. Oh.
Christian, he's here.
Mrs. Adams, delighted to meet you.
Oh, and he's gorgeous. Well done, sweetie.
No, you don't do that.
No. That is a huge red flag. Don't show up to someone's family event uninvited and without warning.
Immediate red flag.
How was your dinner?
She's a friend.
She's a child.
It's giving Stockholm syndrome.
Well, I'm here.
No.
I've got a room in this hotel.
Well, I hope you'll be comfortable in it.
Yeah.
Oh!
What are you doing for breakfast tomorrow?
Have you had enough red flag drinking game yet? Because if you've been following along, every time we've had a red flag, we've been taking a nice little sip of our drinks. Mine's water. That said, the subtext and metaphors of him sweeping her off her feet and into the air once again is not lost on me. And I can't believe that she's still falling for it.
So this is the moment to say she's finally free? Is that... She's just giving in, she's giving up.
Just as quickly as they skyrocketed up, gravity brings them all the way back down. And you think for a moment that things might be better, things might be good. They might actually be on level playing field until, of course, Christian gets a call from work and he has to stop. Sorry, I have to take this.
Gray.
Hi, Mr. Gray? Did you leave your stove on?
What?
Yeah, it looks like your entire building is just on fire.
Tell Stefan to have the plane ready.
Well,
I'll be in the tarmac in 30 minutes.
You better hurry.
What happened?
I have to go back to see.
Christian goes home early while Anna gets to spend another day or two with her mom. And when she gets back home to Seattle to reconnect with Christian, it's not good. So she just went back separately at another time. Okay.
Well, then tell them that they don't have 24 hours. That is unacceptable.
Someone's gonna get spanked. Meet me in the red room now.
I want you to be in the playroom in 15 minutes.
So we see the two head to the playroom for one more steamy session.
Oh, twisted monk rope. That was a slip.
He just did a cat's paw.
Kind of a cat's paw.
No, that was a cat's paw. Cat's paws are really nice.
Critical now.
It is a cat's paw. And it was a cat's paw. I was right. Now, this is a very basic tie. For some big dom that knows dom, all the dom, big dom things, it's nothing impressive, but it is a great tie. You find the middle or the bite of the rope, bring your hands apart about a foot, twist in 1, 2, 3, put those two circles together. You put a limb through there. And this is a great knot because see, it doesn't slide, it doesn't slip. It's not, and it's staying nice and tight as long as I'm given some stress and pressure. Much like the movie and the tense emotions. Oh yeah, so the sex happens and it's really boring. What is this slow motion? Okay. The bondage was kind of lackluster. Oh, he's got a little flogger.
Who picks up a flogger like that? That took like 40 seconds.
He's just dragging it.
Yeah.
Much like us watching this sex scene, we are dragging it.
Just dragging on and on and
Listen,
on
this
and
is
on
sensual,
and on.
but it's very boring. Oh, you're not supposed to hit the stomach like that.
Yeah, really? That was it?
Maybe that was just the foreplay.
All this is foreplay. It's so
That's
vanilla.
it? People paid to watch this in a theater? When I hear people talk about this film, it's usually for 3 parts of the movie. 1, the contract scene because it's silly, humorous, and kind of sexy. 2, the ending kink scene that we just kind of experienced together because it's meant to be sexy. I didn't think it was that great. And 3, the final interaction between Christian and Anna post kink scene when she still feels that he's not connecting with her. And trigger warning, this is the part where shit hits the fan, trauma becomes real, and even after all of this, the contract still hasn't been signed, by the way. Even after all of this, why are they in this relationship?
Why won't you let me in? We should be talking.
Like normal people?
Is that so wrong?
In this moment, Daddy and I are both feeling for equal parties, I think, because Christian on one hand has clearly got some trauma he needs to unpack, but Anna is so confused and trying to console him, and in the lapse of communication thinks that it might be about, I don't know, the contract, or a snide comment she made, or maybe the fact that she left her shoes on that one time when they went into the dungeon. But I think she's right to assume it's the contract because that thing has been so overblown and has been a major plot point to this point, and it still hasn't been dealt with. And Christian agrees.
Fuck the contract. I think it's a little redundant, don't you?
But he is still insisting on punishments. And I don't even think he understands what punishment is, or I guess I should say, I don't know that the author understands the use of punishments in this way.
Why do you want to punish me? Anna. Why do you want to hurt me?
And this is where the real disconnect is. And it's a very real disconnect, especially for a newer player like Anna. And rightfully so, she hasn't been taught anything yet. So she thinks that BDSM and abuse are the same thing. She hasn't gone through any real scenes yet.
I would never do anything to you that you couldn't handle.
But why do you even want to do anything to me at all, Christian?
I'm not liking the tone. She's very combative about something that she's agreed to do, and if she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You saw 3 little swats.
Well, I saw her liking the 3 swats.
Yeah, that was about it.
She literally, this was her every time she got hit.
Well, it was also in slow motion.
Well, it had to be, otherwise it'd be 2 seconds.
Do you want to punish me right now?
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
I want to punish you right now.
Because you're being a brat.
What if I told you that I feel the same way about being punished as you do about me touching you?
But that doesn't mean I wouldn't need to.
Why?
Because as a BDSMer, as a kinkster, as a sex positive person that is always here for people to have their kink and practice it too, this is not kink. What happens? This is abuse. But that doesn't mean that it's not a valid representation of somebody that might enter into the kink scene. And for that reason, unfortunately, this really hits home as a message about kink, because the scene unfolds with passion and anger, but it's where somebody asks for something that they're not ready for because they don't know the world in which they are trying to step into. I want to be very clear that a dom should never act out kink scenes under stress, anger, or because somebody told them to do their worst.
Why do you need to?
Because it's the way I am!
You can't fix him!
He doesn't need to be fixed. He needs to stop love bombing and being inappropriate, but yeah.
Oh, he said the thing!
What did he say?
He said the thing! He said the thing!
Because I'm 50 shades of up.
Why are you clapping at that?
He said the thing. It's the title of the movie, 50 Shades.
Show me then.
You see, she wants more.
I need you to show me.
Your Pokemon cards. I really want to see your Pokemon cards.
No, this actually kind of feels real. Sure.
So Anna asks for it, quite literally, but she doesn't know what she's asking for.
Punish me.
Yeah.
Show me how bad it can be. I want you to show me the worst.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that.
It's the only way I can understand.
The math is not mathing. And I know that there is as many holes within my shirt as there is within this plot, But girl, you do not start a marathon by doing a few little like jogs around the track, and then the next day you run the entire marathon. 0 to 60 in BDSM is a terrible idea. And this might be my biggest gripe with the film, and I have a lot, but it conflates BDSM and pain so much that I think people assume that BDSM has to be painful if they watch this for the first time. Not to mention punishments being this necessity in this relationship that they have is also bad BDSM. Not all BDSM is pain. Not all BDSM includes punishment, but punishment is not a goal. Punishment is when you correct a sub for doing something bad that happens because you've negotiated it, because everyone is on board and the sub knows that they did do something wrong and they have consented to that punishment. They know what they're getting into. Anna, in this instance, does not know what she is asking for.
Belts are painful. Belts are painful.
What's your point?
Belts are painful. You don't just start with belts on someone who's barely done. She's had 3 little whips from a flogger.
But Christian says,
I'm gonna hit you 6 times.
And of course, Daddy, rightfully so, gets distracted.
Are those raccoon tails? They're fur tails. Fur plugs?
That's what you're watching right now?
How do you get that in? Plug in.
1.
2. She even whispers that. 3, 4. If she can't make it to 10.
He's going to 6.
Oh.
So she's not making it to 10.
Not making it to 10. Way to pay attention to the movie.
But the worst part is her reaction.
No, don't fucking touch me.
Oh, I don't like this.
But he should have known that would have been the result.
Red flag.
There's so many red flags. I feel icky.
Soccer moms thought this was hot.
I didn't like that at all.
It's all emotionally abusive.
Yes.
Coercive, abusive, love bomby, and whatever that was that just happened. That was bad. That's bad BDSM. That's abuse. None of that. It was, and you also felt like this whole thing is about signing a contract that's explicitly laying out like consent. And then they do that?
I mean, it was weird how much he was getting off on it.
Is she in the bedroom at his place? Why are you still there?
You'll never do that to me again. I'm not what you want.
Really? Even all this drama? Because it seems like a lot.
I don't know.
I've fallen in love with you.
Oh no, not the metaphorical stormy day to signify that their relationship is not doing so well.
This is just so cringe.
Stop. No.
No, unfortunately for Christian, means no. And Anna leaves the scene the same way that she entered his life in that first interview.
Anna.
Christian.
Is that the end? No. What? That's dumb.
What?
That was an emotional journey that I never want to take again. And a really slowly paced one at that.
Yeah. So want to watch the sequel?
No, absolutely not.
Well, Daddy, did you enjoy that experience?
No. I mean, I enjoyed watching it with you and all of our lovely friends. However, had I watched that by myself, I would have wanted to reclaim my time.
Hey, if you stuck around and watched that entire reviewing of our review while we review this,
hats off to you.
And thank you for watching, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here, but also thank you for always having a safe word, Daddy. Today's safe word is
ugh. I feel dirty.
Aww. Don't be like Christian Grey, who felt the need to shower heavily every day after he was done acting in this movie. Leave a comment down below if you want to tell us what movie we should watch next.
Oh, and if you like ringing bells, ring that bell.
And we will hang out with you guys next time. Bye. Woo! That was torture. That was real BDSM right there. Not in the movie, but for us reacting to it.
Was it consensual BDSM?
Technically it was because we both agreed to watch it.
Not all scenes are great.
No. We do not need to watch the next 2 movies, chat, at all. Please no.
No, we're not. No.
Please no.